Why is Sweden not a purely socialist country? Imagine a country that offers free health care and education, yet still has thriving private businesses. That's Sweden, a nation often associated with socialism but actually blending many systems. So, why isn't Sweden a fully socialist country? Let's break it down. Sweden has a very strong welfare state. It provides extensive social programs like free health care, education, and generous parental leave. These are funded by high taxes, which many see as a socialist feature. But the key is that the economy itself isn't run by the government. Private companies, from small shops to large corporations, operate freely and compete in the market. In the 1970s and 1980s, Sweden experimented with more state control. The government owned large parts of industries and tried to socialize capital through ideas like wage earner funds. These policies aimed to give workers more control over profits and resources. But these efforts caused problems. Businesses hesitated to invest, wages stagnated, and capital started leaving the country. By the early 1990s, Sweden faced a financial crisis. The government realized that pushing too far into socialism hurt the economy. So, they shifted gears. They started privatizing many state-owned companies, cutting taxes, and reducing regulations. The private sector regained strength, and the government focused on regulating and funding social programs instead of owning everything. This approach is called the Nordic model. It mixes capitalism with a generous welfare system. The idea is to use the wealth created by private businesses to support social safety nets. This way, people get the benefits of social protections without giving up the incentives for businesses to grow and innovate. Sweden's experience shows that trying to make the economy fully socialist can lead to economic trouble. Instead, they found a middle ground. The means of production are mostly privately owned, and the government's role is to regulate and support social services. This balance allows Sweden to maintain a strong economy while providing social security to its citizens. So, the reason Sweden isn't a purely socialist country is simple. It relies on private ownership and market forces for economic growth. The government's role is to ensure fairness and provide safety nets, not to control everything. That's why Sweden is often called a social democracy or a mixed economy, not a fully socialist nation.